Yes, I'm late. We are late, but I do have a special guest, Miss Princess from Princess Creations.
Greetings, greetings.
So this is day 2 of the block removal positive energy flow workshop. So
Make sure
thank
you
you
like and
guys for
share.
joining.
Make sure you like and share, everyone. Like and share. And thank you
Yes,
for having
please.
me, Tiffany.
Thank you. There's no readings today, you guys. I know it does say that, but there's no readings. No one's in here yet, but they will come in here and they'll watch the replay as well.
Okay.
So yesterday we left off. We were talking about clearing energy, cleaning your home, clearing out things that's not serving your higher purpose anymore, old clothes, shoes, items that you don't use anymore, things that you're holding on to. And then I also touched upon like inheriting jewelry and things like that from people, and
Mm,
how that can have have an energy exchange.
that's right.
And with that energy exchange, that could cause you blockages because you don't know what that person was going through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying, right? Have you ever
Absolutely.
experienced something,
Absolutely.
you've gotten something and things start going wrong for you and you're wondering why?
Or right. I mean,
All right,
yeah.
yeah.
But from what I've learned with whenever you inherit and others jewelry, it has been energized by them. You have to clean it before you wear it or use it. It has to be cleaned. And there are several ways to do that. Some will place it in a box and bury it in the earth for a period of time and then uh, use it, or some will just set it out and under the light of the moon, as we do with our own stones when after use, to re-energize the stones. So there's different ways to clean the jewelry that you receive from others before wearing to avoid having those events. Of course, it depends too, because there's intention jewelry. And with intention jewelry, that's like, initiate type of jewelry, those things. Then yeah, you definitely, because there's other aspects tied to it, that even cleaning, if the purpose of the jewelry is to serve a purpose, it will serve that purpose.
Right. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Renee.
Hey.
So, yep, that is so true. I kind of touched on that yesterday. I'm glad you were able to elaborate on that more. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I was also speaking about people, and I kind of experienced that myself. Um, People in having different mindsets can cause you to miss your blessings. The reason why I say that is sometimes we have a habit of wanting to outside judgment, or letting people know what we have in place, and then they start spitting their venom on it. And what does that do? It blocks you from your blessing because you've taken on their reality. um Seem like parents do that with children a lot. You can't do this, you can't do that. Do you remember? Okay, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but I remember people would, like, I say, "Can I do this?" And I don't know, can you? And that finally, when it finally rang a bell, it finally turned on that switch. Oh, I can do anything I put my mind to.
That's right.
I can do the only thing that holds me back is me.
It's me, my
And
limits.
that's a block. Right. That's a block. So you got to change your mindset on what you can do. Now, do you have permission to do it? That's something different. And may you do it? That's something different. But can you do it? You can do anything you put your mind to.
As we see in our world today,
Mm-hmm.
anything you put your mind to.
Yep. And
The,
speaking
the
out positive affirmations. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that's where I was going with it. to a positive, because I just had like a total visual of everything that's going on in our world today. And so being able to do anything, you have a choice. You have a choice in your mindset. If you wake up and you mad, you better ask yourself why.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then put that anger in check. Say thank you for something to spite the anger that wants to ruin your day. You
Thank you.
choose that. I remember being a kid. This is how simple it was, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, being a kid, and remember, these were fighting words. Your mama.
Yep.
You say your mama, and it was on, and people would like turn on, like, and just go to wailing on folks. But I was trying to, like, what about my mama? I saw the psychology of it. And it wasn't so moving to me, because you said mom, because what, I mean, who is this talking about my mom? Don't even know my mom.
Right.
I'm supposed to be mad now. I remember one time actually making myself react because it was the norm, and I didn't like what happened, because I wasn't there. I was there, but it wasn't me. You know what I mean? And I felt that. I felt,
And blocked you from feeling good.
yeah, because I was doing what was normal to do, that you
Mm-hmm.
should do, or whatever. Taught behaviors, trained, like I said, you're sitting up angry. What? Why? And why everybody else need to know you mad? Is it making your day better? It is definitely not making nobody else's day better. And we love ourselves
Exactly.
more when we make our day better. When we
Hey, Sonia.
love on ourselves and thank ourselves. When that angry thing come up, think of something good to back it up, crush it out, stamp it.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? One thing that I found that was blocking me, and I had to change that around, is I always thought everything was somebody else's fault. Somebody did something. Somebody did something to, you know what? Nobody did anything that I didn't allow them to do. And that's why I chose to become an accountability coach, because once I figured that out, that every movement I make, yeah, other people may influence it, but it's up to me to make that move.
How
And
nice.
if it doesn't work out, I'm the only one to blame.
Yeah.
You know,
Make that choice.
and right, I made that choice. People say, well, what if they put a gun to your head? Okay, I have a choice still. What are you trying to tell me? Because it's a gun in my head, I don't have a choice? I do. I still have a choice on making a decision I need to make for myself, no matter what the situation is.
Whatever it may be, that's right.
So, even look at think about it, your kids, they still have a choice to behave themselves or not. Even though you tell them they don't, they do. And
That's
if
right.
they choose not to behave themselves, you have a choice to discipline them or not. It's plain and simple. But we get programmed into thinking that we can't do this. Allah doesn't tell us that we can't do it. They just tell us that it's unlawful to do it. That's all it says. It doesn't say you can't do it. The only thing that determines what you can't do is you. So we were talking about stones as well, different stones you can use for block removal. So I ain't gonna say I'm not well versed in stones. I use my stones kind of differently, but I use them for grounding. So, for example, I might pick up a pyrite where normally people are not going to pick up a pyrite for grounding, but that's because of my mindset. The reason why I might pick up a pyrite, and normally this is it, is because I'm finding I'm having problems with my money flow. So, fool's gold, pyrite, I might have it in my hand and meditate with it. I might carry it in my purse, because to me, that's a mindset to change how I feel about my relationship with money.
Did I see that pyrite bounce and come back into your hand?
You did. And I was just like, how did that happen?
Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. That's the magnetic quality that it has as well, and you do find a stone and it becomes yours. I have a
Mhm.
testimony about the pyrite during this time of what I'm going through 2 months ago anyway. I put a piece in my pocket too, and it kept me grounded, neutral. I was not so, you know what? That day that I had the reaction, I didn't have the pyrite.
Mhm.
I
And you
had,
know what's so funny? I didn't know you had pyrite with you. What made me pick this up and say that? And I was kind of, if you saw it in my face, I was reluctant to say it because I'm like, people are going to wondering why I'm using pyrite. But you know what? I don't care what you guys think. I know what works for me. I'm not telling you to do it because I'm not religious. I'm
right. It's
spiritual.
religion.
And in my this helped me in my situation. Now I just got a confirmation. So that did kind of help my ego a little bit because,
Yeah.
like I said, I didn't want to mention it because
Yeah.
I was feeling people are going to be like, you heard me say it. I know you're probably wondering why I use pyrite, but I got a reason why I do it. You know what I'm saying? And I saw your face. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's going to be like, that's the wrong stone. You didn't even say that.
No.
You came in total agreement, like, hey, that's what I use for. So you see how things work.
Yes. Yes.
You
Now,
see how things work.
other good stone is the quartz crystal. This
Smoky quartz.
smoky quartz. Smoky quartz it absorbs negativity and converts it into positive energy. Yeah, Himalayan salt does the same thing.
Himalayan sea salt, yes.
That's why they were selling those salt crystal lamps. What they with electronics, and always the blacker the better. I mean, it takes
This
more.
is a tea light holder.
Yeah, there's the Himalayan salt. I have one somewhere.
And I've got the rocks and everything. I've got one out in front. I've got a lot of Himalayan
Another good
sea
one
salt.
for grounding and balancing or reflecting negative energy is the black tourmaline. You can see that. Yeah,
Is
that
this
one.
it?
Yeah, that's another good one. And actually, this one's an Apache tier. I'm sorry. This is an Apache tier. This is a perfect stone for grief. I'm looking at it and I'm going, wait, this looks a little more agony. Yeah, this is Apache tier. And when held at the light, it has more of an amber glow. You probably can't see it through the camera, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely for grief, sorrow, depression. It's a good stone. It takes that energy, absorbs it, and converts it to useful energy. Mind you, these are reflections. We're made up of the 99 chemical elements of the plant.
Right.
So these, in some degree, are present within us. We just have to access it, and stones help to accent or guide the meditation to that aspect within yourself to reflect that light, that empower or energy that the stone
Yes.
reflect.
INNER.
Yes,
Capital G.
yes,
Inner G.
inner,
Your
inside,
chi. Your
your
tai
chi.
chi.
That's right. That's
And
right.
you know what? These stones, you guys remember, yes, these stones will help you, but you got to keep them clean too because they hold and absorb energy just as well. So
Yeah.
if you're picking them up and you're using them to remove blockages, then of course they're absorbing that blockage. You want to cleanse it next time you use it before you next time you use it because all you're going to do is pick up and transfer that blockage energy back to you again. So make sure you clean them in between usage.
That or the stone, it's already full. It won't have any more to give. It's just like us, we get full.
It usually disappears by that time.
Yeah,
Mine do. I don't know about everybody
they
else.
will. And yeah. I've
Mine will
had stone
disappear.
just
Some of them
vanish
will, if
like,
it's
oh
hematite,
man.
mine will crack. The hematite will
Oh,
crack.
very good. I
But
had someone call me and tell me that their stone had cracked. I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. It means it served its
it served
purpose.
its purpose. And you know what? Return it back to the earth. I usually I throw it. I thank it first, and then I throw it, or I bury it. And I could tell you, I always get another stone that comes back, some way or another. Always.
That's awesome.
Yep, always. So, and you guys,
Yeah, what's a good
Princess,
one?
Miss Jamie, she makes jewelry. So she can help you with creating, you can help her create the piece that you need to help you in your block removal, to bring in positive energy flow. Not only jewelry, just things that go on your desk, around you, in your car. I was speaking to someone earlier today, and we were talking about the sanctuary. Your first sanctuary is your body. Yes, that's beautiful. She made that pyramid. First sanctuary is your body. Okay, that means you don't want anyone to infiltrate your body that is not going to bring nourishment to it.
That's right.
Okay. Second, your home. Same thing. You don't want anybody to infiltrate your home that's not going to bring um, quality to it. Even walking in, just visiting. Because if you walk in and visit and you start yelling and screaming, and you bring the vibrations of my home down, you got to go. You can't be here. You got an attitude, you can't be here, because I'm the only one got an attitude in this house. But anyway, if you got an attitude, you're gonna have to step outside, try to fix that attitude before you come in my home, because I'm happy and that's what I want to stay in. So you remember, energy can't be added to or destroyed. It can't be, not I mean added, it can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. So if you're having these blocks, that's an energy that you are responsible to transform. Nobody else can transform that energy for you. You're accountable for it for your own self. Now, if that means getting the people from around you that's helping influence that negative energy, then that's what you need to do. Do you have anything? She must be over there creating.
I was looking for something else to show you guys. Ways that you can make things to sit around, absorb certain energies like electronic energies. This is an organite rose. So it's just a rose, but it's not just a rose because it has the contents within it that will help to absorb the electromagnetic frequencies that come from our
I know
smart.
you hear my oven. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, that come from our smart devices. And so they're really neat ways that you can have things around you that help absorb, or someone comes blaring in your space and you just need to, it's there to help absorb uh psychic attacks is what you can call them. Yeah, mood shifters when they appear. Sometimes it's good to be, it's not sometimes, always it's good to be neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Learning to be that middle, the one standing in the river, seeing both sides, including the river, you know.
Right.
Um, and that helps to give a state of inner peace, because someone else comes and their energy is off, or vibration frequency is off, and they're wanting then to bring you to where they are. You
Mm-hmm.
can see them where they're at and not become a part of it or a party to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Key thing. I understand why you feel this way.
Yeah.
That
And then
doesn't mean you have to feel that way too.
release that energy when you get
Right.
your space. That's a rewind of the day. That's a, okay, this happened, and now it's no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's no more. What's next?
Well, mindset, meditation, clearing your mind. Um, oh, well, I was talking about the sanctuary, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Get back. I had to go to the oven, so I'm back. So the third one, your vehicle. Watch the energy that comes into your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Your mindset is your responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say I'm perfect and I always think that good things and flowers and lollipops. No, I don't. I don't. However, when you know better, you do better. So when I get into that funk of, oh my God, I'll never get, or oh my God, I pull myself out of that because I'm not going to say it doesn't happen. When life happens, life happens. And it's my responsibility to catch myself, because if I wallow in that negativity of life happening, if I stay under that wave, I'm going to drown. It's my responsibility to come back up, get back up on my surfboard and ride these waves.
Yes.
And just like everybody else. So, I had someone come at me telling me that I hate people because I try to warn them of something. That wasn't, you made that decision on your own. That wasn't me. I didn't create that. And that's where we have to realize that you have to be responsible for your own actions.
That's right.
You have to be responsible for your own actions. I don't care if I come to you and tell you, hey, I got a sure deal that's going to get you $10 million. It's up to you to either go with it or not. If you go with it and it doesn't work out, you can't blame me for that. You made that decision to do it. But yeah, I influenced you, but you can't blame me for that. Because in the long run, are you trying to tell me that you don't have control over your own self? That you can't make a decision for your highest good? Because that's what it boils down to. So if you're always in this negativity, bad things happening, that's because you're wallowing in that you can't make a decision for your own good, or you can't make a decision, or you can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to change that around.
Change
It's
it.
the only way you could do it, because you can't destroy energy. You can't create energy. You have to transform it. Yeah, walk in your authority. I said that earlier today. When I walk in my power, it doesn't mean I'm diminishing yours.
That's right.
It doesn't. You got to walk in your own power. We're all connected to that great universe. We're all connected to the great source. So that doesn't mean I'm better than you.
Nope.
And it doesn't mean you're better than me.
That's right.
It means I'm manipulating the energy different than the way you're manipulating the energy, and vice versa. It's all a manipulation of energy. It's been happening since day one. So, you have anything else to add?
I'm in total agreement with what you're saying. It's right. You have to love on you, on
Mm-hmm.
and with intention.
Yep. Key is align yourself with what you want.
Yep.
Align yourself with what you want. Now, I'm not saying everything is going to come peaches and cream. No, it's not. Life happens. But as long as you stay in alignment with your goal and what you want, the blows will be a lot softer. I can tell you that much.
Yes. Yes. I received that.
And once you got out your own way, everything opened up for you, didn't it?
Yep. Yep. And
But life happens.
existence. I said what
Mhm.
I said what I needed, and I didn't. The up is down and down is up, but still
Mhm.
exactly what I asked for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And If we start looking at things like this, everything happens for a reason. There's no coincidences. Nothing is ironic. Nothing is, you know, by mistake. Everything has a purpose.
Everything.
And either you're going to do one or two things. You're going to get stronger or you're going to get weaker. But that's up to you to choose what you're going to do, because this is just life. That's everything has an opposite. It doesn't have a third. It has an opposite. It's always an opposite. Sun has the moon. Left has right. Up has down. Weak has strong.
Right.
So if it's energy, you can manipulate that. When you're weak, you go to the gym and lift weights. You eat properly, and what happens? You become stronger. So you manipulated that energy of weakness into strength. That's the same thing you do with your mindset, your spirit. All of that has to be exercised. And it's up to you to get it done. Nobody else. You looking on the outside for people to make you stronger? How? Jamie lifting weights is not going to give me biceps. That's not going to happen.
Though I will.
I got to get in there and lift them weights with her.
Yes, right.
So, you know, that we be in the mindset of, like I said, looking on the outside, looking in. And if you really want better, you're going to dig within and do better. Or you're going to wallow in your misery.
And accept that.
Right, and accept it. If you want to be miserable, accept that. That's fine with me. Don't come around me with it, because I'm not going to accept that. I don't like misery.
Yeah. When you desire change, change will happen. And you have to desire it first. Desire feeds the will. What do I desire?
Exactly. And remember, I don't know why I want to say this, but I don't want to say it.
Go ahead. It was coming. And remember,
you got to put the work in. Things are not just going to fall out the sky for you. It does not work like that. And when I say you got to put the work in, even the first step you make will change things for you. What was that?
My wires. Things changing.
Yep. The first step you make, that first bend, started a creation of something beautiful, huh?
Yes. Yes.
And you know what? Had she never picked up a wire and bent it, she would have never known what she was able to create. Right?
And it is mind. You know, it's a certain energy and frequency even here. Everything is energy and frequency. Everything is vibration.
Mm-hmm. Everything is vibration. Everything is energy. And energy doesn't die.
That's my personal pocket piece.
Huh.
Got the Merkaba, it's got pyrite, it's got black tourmaline.
That's beautiful.
100% organite. Energy again, energy, currency, frequency, vibration.
Yep. And you know what? People talk about, money not flowing. Money is energy. It's a currency. What is a current? You got electric current.
Yeah.
You got water, have currents. Right. And what does water do? Does it flow? What does energy do? It flows.
Everything is vibration.
Everything is vibration. So are you going to vibrate low or are you going to vibrate high? And don't get me wrong. Yes, some days you are going to vibrate low because that's called balance. You can't always be on a high because now you're going to forget what the high feels like. Does that make sense? You have to have lows in order to feel on high. You have to have good in order to feel bad. You have to have bad in order to feel good. Vice versa. How would you be able to compare it if you don't have one or the other? There's no way. If everything was good, there would be no such thing as bad, and there's no such thing as good. It just is.
Is.
But energy doesn't do that. Energy flows. And you know what? Had we realized when we were taught about the Bible and God and the devil, it's all energy. That's all it is. It's always been. Because if God created the devil, then why wouldn't he just destroy it? Oh, because energy can't be destroyed. Hmm.
Yin yang balance.
Alpha
Every,
and Omega,
everything
beginning and end.
positive,
Everything has a balance to it.
positive
Everything.
polar opposite.
I think everybody out at the bars. It's Friday night. We're the only two in the house. Me, you, Renee, Sonia, and Kelly.
Hey y'all.
And it looks like I'm the only one on here right now.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. But you know what? I don't like going out there in those bars because of the different energies. I used to do it. I can't do it anymore. When I became aware of myself and I found that I would change, I could change at the drop of a dime. Somebody could say, "Oh my God, I hate such and such." Next thing I know, I'm like, "Ugh, I hate that." And I don't even know why I just said all that. I have no idea why I got to that point.
Absorbing.
Now I know why I got to that point.
It's fun.
I get to that point because I absorb their energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel the vibration.
I observe that energy.
And it was full of people. But it was a feeling like there was no one really there. A house, yet empty inside. Like I was looking for warm energy, warm spirits. There was none in there.
And there was a whole bunch of people in there.
And a bunch of people. The place was packed.
Uh-huh.
Time for me.
You was ready to go, weren't you?
Let me get up out of here.
Yep. This is not the place for me.
Yeah. It's time to go. Yeah.
And I found certain people come around me, my demeanor changes.
Shift. Yeah. I found that too.
They even call me, my demeanor changes when I answer. And I had to look at that. Oh, they irritate me. They irritate my soul. They disrupt my energy. They knock my vibration off. My energy. They knock my vibrations off. So if I keep intertwining with my energy with theirs, I'm doing a disservice to myself.
Yeah.
And my mindset was always, oh, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but they don't give a hell about mine.
Because they throw you off.
Mm-hmm. They throw me off. And if I tell them they throw me off, now I'm the villain. Instead of them trying to do something about that.
Is that more, do you imagine that being more of a mental blockage? Where
For me?
the other person, if you're telling them that something they do affects
Oh, most definitely, because they're still looking for that outside judgment, and then you're not loyal or you're not a friend to them because you're tired of hearing them with their negativity all the time. You know what I'm saying? People, every time they call me, I got to the point I answered, "What's wrong?" Wouldn't even say hello. What's wrong? I didn't even realize I was doing it till they brought it to my attention.
Wow.
And when they brought it to my attention, I was the villain. Why do you always say something wrong? You're so negative all the time. Well, heck, every time you call me, you got a problem. And you know what happened? I said, okay, well, I apologize. How you doing? Then they proceeded to tell me everything that was wrong. And I just sat there like,
You ruined them telling. You took the punch away.
You know, but they also realized what they were doing. They were using me as a dumping ground, and they got mad because I realized this,
Okay.
and they didn't like that.
And did you make them
What
aware of,
am I talking about?
did you make
Ugh.
did you make them aware,
Huh?
did you make them aware of that? What they
Yeah. Well, I did, but this is somebody I knew for a long time, though. And so then I did, and then things got different, and I stopped answering the phone like that.
Okay.
I had to.
You had to
But
make,
yeah, I mean, every time they called, I was just answering, "What's wrong? What's wrong?
and how
What's
did
wrong?"
you feel after that encounter?
They stopped talking to me for a while, and then they started talking to me again when they needed somebody to vent to again. And I just was like, okay. But I kind of stopped that, hey, well, do this, do that, do that. If you don't want to do it, I don't know what to tell you.
Rest is on you.
They're mad again, but whatever. You get your own. I don't care. I can't wallow. I can't make everybody happy, especially if I'm got to worry about myself. And that's the whole thing. You got to be accountable for your own actions, your own things. I even had somebody that every time they called me, they wanted something. They needed something. So I got to the point, start answering the phone. What you need? What you need? What you need? That's what happens. So, but that was my fault because I was allowing it.
Yeah.
And then think about it when I'm answering the phone, talk about what's the problem, what's wrong, and what you need. I'm inviting them to
I
give me more.
Yeah, you're opening
So where was I removing that blockage? I had to actually sit down and tell them this is what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. Do this for yourself. And you know what? They get mad, they get mad. Oh well.
Oh wow.
Because in the long run, they're thinking about themselves when they're dumping on you. They're not thinking about you.
Yep.
They didn't even call and ask you how your day went. Or can you even accept the dumping I'm about to give you? They just start dumping.
Like, are you ready for this?
Right. You ready for this? You got capacity? How you doing? Things been good with you? Something, Nah, don't do all that. Just go right into you know what? And this and this and this and this and this and this and this.
And so how do we remove those things that cause us to become blocked?
We have to recognize them first. Like I said, when I first it took them to bring it to my attention because they didn't like the way I was answering the phone. But once I realized it, I had to change it.
And you know what? Doesn't that tie back into the need for mental health?
Hmm.
The stronger need for mental health, because a lot of people have some serious mental health issues.
Yeah. And it's okay to go see a therapist. I'm a life coach. I'm not a therapist. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's a big difference.
And they
So,
do as if, as they would a therapist.
right. You may have a chemical imbalance in your brain. It could be that.
Mhm.
But the first things first, you got to mentally want to make the change. That's just like an addict. You know what I'm saying? Someone's addicted to something. I could say all day long, you need to stop smoking crack or doing heroin until they make that mental decision that that's not good for them anymore. Anything I say ain't gonna do any good. And then at that point, I'm blocking myself because all I'm doing is beating a dead horse. For what? What good is that? Where is that improving me? Where is that, you know, where is that hiring, raising my vibrations?
Right. Increasing your
It's actually lowering them because I'm going down to their level, trying to get to them. It's not my responsibility. My responsibility is me first.
yes.
This girl said, and I loved it. She said, When you're on the airplane, you got to secure your oxygen mask first. I said, girl, I love that. I'm going to say that.
Yeah,
Even before your children, you secure yours first.
that's right.
So it's for a reason. Because if you're not secure, how you going to secure anybody else? How you going to help anybody else if you're not secure? If you don't have oxygen? It first starts with you.
Again,
So you remove your blocks, those blocks that's stopping you, and it's people, place, things. It's all energy. It could be a thing. You get rid of that thing. You clean that thing. Next thing you know, a person comes in, and you still got these blocks. You're like, what the heck? Oh, you know why? Because it's the energy. You get rid of that person. Guess what? Another person come in.
testing you. Have you learned yet?
Have you learned? Or you have not gotten rid of that energy because you're
Yes.
attracting it. Why are you attracting it? Why are
So
you attracting that energy? Because you haven't changed your mindset.
thank you. Thank you. And
You
so
haven't changed your mindset.
we think we changed our mindset, and
Mhm.
there's something in there that brings that little demon out.
Yep.
You'd be like, whoa, where did that thing come from?
Hmm.
Universe, look, I want.
Right. Right. Exactly. So it's like we stand in our own way. That's what it is. A lot of times we stand in our own way. The biggest block we have is ourselves. We have to get the tools, learn the tools, and apply the tools to remove these blocks in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Things people say. I had somebody say something to me last night. I thought it disrupted my soul. This morning, I still was kind of upset. Tonight, I'm giving the middle finger. Oh, well,
Yeah, you better.
that's your fault, not mine. You feel that way. Oh, well. And I'm not here to try to change your mindset
Right.
because that's a waste of my time, and time is money. And I can apply that to something else and help somebody else if they want it.
I'm sorry, whatever happened to you to put you where you are, but
Right.
best of along.
Hey, I'm at the point now, I ain't even sorry it happened anymore. Oh, well, maybe you need to take that lesson. I was sorry it happened, but not the way you just treated me because you made a decision that I ain't had nothing to do with. So now
Mm-hmm.
I hate everybody. Oh, okay. What I hate is the energy of stupidity.
Can I do a Mr. T?
Please.
I pity the fool.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, and if I let that bother me, that's going to become a block and
Yeah.
it's going to stop me from reaching my highest potential.
Yep, your loss.
Hmm. Just because of the way somebody else think. I don't care. That's your fault. That you think whatever you want to think about me. You do not make or break me. I make or break me. My oven going off again. But did you have anything else before we go ahead and end this?
I just say, what I'm doing here now, crafting, finding something to do to busy your hands, be it baking. Just don't overindulge in the goodies because the weight is terrible. Look at me.
Right.
But
Whatever.
cooking, creating new dishes. Some people they say they don't have a chance to cook at home. Well, like on Sunday evening, you could make dinner for the rest of the week or all day Sunday. Just be in meals and pack them in baggies and freeze them portion size. That's
Hmm.
bide your time and involve you in your health, your well-being. Again, a craft, picking up some hobby, needlework.
Whatever your craft is, right?
Learn something because sometimes we don't know what gifts or talents we have. They're laying dormant within us because we have not pursued And
And that's why you on here with me, because our show is about to say that's a blockage too, not knowing what you want or like. That's a blockage.
or being afraid of the stimulus
Hmm.
comes, with things because someone told you it was not a good thing, or you couldn't do it, so then in your mind,
Hmm.
but you never know until you try. And
Exactly.
the other part that comes behind that is try it, you might like it.
Right.
And
Right.
find something that gives you joy, even if it's just a bubble bath. At the end of a hard day's work, a freaking nice hot bubble bath with some good smelly salts in there, or if not salt, a liquid that provides bubbles that doesn't affect the blood pressure. you know,
Yes. Hey, Deja.
light
Dance. That's a
and
good one too.
yeah, light some candles and just soak all water is a healing element. It's one of the it's
Water is very healing. I gotta check my oven again. Sorry.
we're born
Go
out of
ahead.
the pure water. So get in the water and allow the water to cleanse and release some of those energies that may be holding you back. Invite constructive criticism, like what talking about people not considering her. Invite that constructive criticism and take it within to learn how to undo something. Let your sisterhood or your brotherhood or your whatever kind of hood you deal with in socialism, let them help show you your better self.
Hmm.
Does reach one, and each one can, when the student is open to receive, teach one. So
Right.
yeah.
Another thing we were discussing is I almost forgot. You guys, if you can invest in a
Oh,
sound bowl, I love the, and this is, I'll tell you, this helps me with clearing energy because it puts my focus on clearing the energy. Now, I don't want people to get on here and be like, how you trying to say a sound clearing it? Well, it does. Because if you look at the hurt, that's what sounds do. That's what vibrations do. They use vibrations to build the pyramids. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
yeah.
There's a whole vibration in healing. Cancer cells will diminish for certain frequencies. Look it up, you guys. Just don't take my word for it. But this is a whole healing sound.
Beautiful.
See, it feels good. Now, have you been having stomach problems, Deja? Or you've been having butterflies, anxiousness,
Anxiety.
anxiety, right? Because that's probably working on your anxiety, helping you clear anxiety.
This one's left.
Yeah, there's different sizes, different frequencies. You have anxiety, see? So you should try to,
And I like
use one and meditate with it. Your anxiety normally is coming from a fear of the unknown. You got to bring yourself back to the here and now. That's what this helps me with as well. When I'm meditating, when my mind goes off to thinking something else, now I don't go into meditation clearing my mind. I don't do that. I go into meditation organizing my mind. That is my goal. Because if I think about trying to clear my mind, I'm not clearing my mind because I'm thinking about clearing my mind. Doesn't work. Does that make sense?
yeah.
So when I go into meditation, I go into meditation with the intent on what my focus is at that moment, what I'm focusing on. Okay. Minds wander off. Mine do. And I'll start thinking about what am I cook for dinner and everything else in the middle of meditating. And when that comes in, I bring myself right back.
Shay.
And that's how that's how it works for me.
Grounding again. Another.
Yep, that's how it works for me.
Mine, I use it to speak to each of my chakras and seek alignment or find where it's out of balance. Or if someone calls and they're very upset about their world, I'll tap it for them and just let them hear the tone, vibration, frequency, a different tone, vibration, frequency than what they called on.
I'm sorry, Deja. You know what? Yep. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on the outside. Focus on yourself. And you know what? When things are gonna get better, I can tell you that. Things are gonna get better, but they're gonna get better within you first.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what's going on over there. I know babies are involved, but guess what?
Set your mind.
Not your child, not your responsibility. I understand you have a feeling towards her. There's nothing you can do but get you right. If anything ever happened, you're gonna end up with your niece, Deja. So I just want you to know that. Yep, your energy. Renee says she's going to implement that into her meditation. It works for me. Even if you get a bell. I mean, some people don't have the bowls. You could get a bell.
No, I don't have it. I was going to say I have bells. I have bells too.
I don't have any bells. I don't have any bells. How about that?
And
I
then,
do want to get some.
Yeah, thumb piano or any instrument,
Anything.
instrument you have.
Anything.
Yeah. That makes
so. Anybody got any questions? I know we don't have that many people on, but any questions before we go ahead and did you have anything to add? Can you give your information?
Oh, customized jewelry and art available. I do consultations. If you need to, talk about what's going on so we can determine what's the best combination for you, or if it's something you had in mind but didn't quite know how to put it together, give me a call or DM me. I can be found on Facebook at Princess Creations. That is spelled at with a capital PRIN like November, CEZZCREAT as in ION like November, Z. Princess Creations. PRINCEZCREATIONZ. And just send me an inbox if you'd like to have me create something for your loved one. And it's my pleasure. Prices range depending on the stone, depending on the design. Just reach out. And
This is one design she made for me. I'm looking for my moon. It was just in front of me. I guess I'm not supposed to show it for some reason. But because I was looking for this earlier and I couldn't find it. Now this was here and the moon's not there. How about that? So this is my tiger's eye with my amethyst around it. You guys, when I wear this, the first time I put it on, why I felt like I was a superhero. That was crazy. I was like, okay, and I wear stones. I mean, I'll tell you, when I take my bra off, I got so I wear stones.
That's awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah. So, I strive to make it personalized. And Tiffany picked that. She picked the design as well. She picked what she wanted around it. And so there we did just what she wanted. And we're very happy that she's happy. And that's our goal, creating things that satisfy the soul and intrigue the onlooker. But definitely spiritual for you, protective for you, reflective for you. Thanks, Tiffany. And you guys are welcome.
I can't even find that the moon. I don't know why. It's gonna show up because I just had it.
Don't worry.
I know it's gonna show up.
Your Mookaite. That was Mookaite. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, thank you for holding space, Tiffany. Thank you for holding this space and using your time and energy, frequency, vibration to share with us and include me as a guest tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing your insight. I love that. You guys, like I said, this is we do spirituality. There's no rules to this. The only rule is don't be cruel to yourself, respect, and do what you need to do for you. You know, that's really it. And like we said earlier, if you want to be miserable, by all means, be the best miserable person you could be. But don't bring that over here because I don't like misery. So there's no judgment. Whatever you want to do. Oh, Renee, I want to say something about that. That tuning fork, isn't that one that when you hit it goes, zing, you know what I'm talking about with the
I
wheel?
that too, yeah. That's the
My neurologist uses those though. How about that?
Oh wow.
Because yeah, and I'm like, what is he? He said, "Do you hear that?" And I'm like, yeah." And he looked at me, and I'm like, I didn't know what it was until I went to my metaphysical store and I saw one in there. I'm like, what is he doing with this?
Yeah.
Yep. They know more than we think they know. Yeah. Come on now. My neurologist used that on me. And I'm not talking about the reflex thing. I know what that is. That looks like a little funny looking hammer. It
Did
wasn't that. It was
why?
the metal thing with the ball in the middle and when you yes, that's what it was.
Did he say
hmm
why using it?
He never answered me.
Oh.
He's Jewish.
Hmm.
I didn't mean this. I was just making that statement that he's Jewish.
Right. Not
Like
that's
Jewish, not Jew. He's Jewish. He's Jewish.
so he doesn't explain? Is that what you're
He didn't
saying?
explain it to me. He wouldn't. He just looked. He said, "You can hear that," and I said, "Yeah." And he just looked at me, and I said, "What is that for? What are you doing?" And he didn't say nothing. And then years later, I saw it at the metaphysical shop, and I said, He knows something I didn't know back then."
Testing you
I
out.
remember him doing an MRI on me and saying something about my pineal gland. He said I had a cyst on it.
Hmm.
Never had a problem since. Never had a problem. Nothing.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Hmm.
So, anyway, anybody got any other questions? If not, we're probably gonna jump on off. Anybody? Bueller?
How was our day 2 of clearing blockages? Did anyone that's watching in the comments section let us know what you've done today?
Yes. And yesterday, did you guys start with your clearing of your homes and your living quarters?
Yeah. And if not, make a commitment when you will begin
Mm-hmm.
and make that comment.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments.
And if you're watching the replay, you can still let us know in the comments. It'll come up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Renee. And we weren't gonna let y'all down. We was late, yes, but it happened for a reason. It's probably because certain people weren't supposed to be on there at the time. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But are you gonna join me tomorrow?
Sure, I'd be delighted to.
It'll be 7:30 your time, 6:30 my time.
Okay. Okay.
So you
Yeah.
guys,
Saturday.
thank you very much. We will be on tomorrow. We won't be late tomorrow, hopefully.
And you guys come ready with your stories.
Yes. Let us know what you started doing.
How was
Because
the
we're doing all this together, guys.
Did you get a singing bowl?
Yeah. Oh, speaking about clearing energy, I don't know if it's too much, but can you tell them the energy you're clearing out now?
Me?
Mm-hmm. that you're changing around, not clearing it out?
You mean where I'm at?
Hmm. And how things have changed just in the little bit of time that you've been clearing?
Well, I mean, ooh, mine started in September. And ooh,
From nowhere to go to a how many bedroom house?
here's what you got. You know what I'm saying? Sudden, total, necessary, unavoidable change of everything. And that's where I spoke about being neutral and using the pyrite. I had to get neutral. I just stuck the pyrite in my pocket every day, every time I went out. Every time the people came around me, I put that pyrite. I kept that pyrite on my being. To stay grounded, one, and to draw what was needed. Again, undeniable change. My king man of 8 years died. The home that we shared of 4 years at that time was being sold, and we had to move. Before he died, we knew that. So I had to keep moving. And I had no idea. I mean, at the time, he was really the main breadwinner. I do jewelry, but it's not as lucrative. So when this happened, my sister said, "Tell the universe what you want right now. Go ahead and tell her what you want. Tell her what you need. Tell her what you need right now." Said there's a plan. And so I said what I wanted. I said what I needed: a safe place for me and my dog, a space that I could do my craft, and a lovely home. And here I am.
She stepped out of her own way.
I stepped out of my own way. The answer didn't come to me until I got nearly everything out of the house. I had to do a complete removal before I could do a move for myself. And I'm still walking in it. I'm still present in it. I've not yet arrived at my complete destination, but I am here and present
Staying in the present, and that's the gift.
and remaining thankful while
Hmm.
grieving and all that too. you know?
Yep.
And this time that you hardly have any time to just grieve alone because there's so much going on. So many people, even the weekend he died, more people died around me. Not close like he and I were, but yeah. So, you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off. And I laid there for a minute, like, what do I do? What are you doing? Why? This was the blockage, new road. All right, got to
And
take.
it came, and
When
it's
I
living
rode,
in that moment and getting out your way.
when I rode out, I went through a gateway. I passed through a serious gateway leaving from that. And it was like a weight was lifted. I'm still, sad over the loss of my love, but a weight is lifted. Like there was a dark cloud and I came out from it.
Hmm.
I'm glad to be present in this now, and I'm looking forward to being able to share with y'all where all it goes when it's and done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And see, that's beautiful because I remember talking to her one day and I asked her, where are you gonna go? I don't know. And the next day, oh yeah, I'm on my way. And it's like it just opened up. Did it not happen like that?
Yep, that's how it happened. That's
I
how it
mean, to the point she's, I don't know how I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff. Oh, you gonna get that. That's gonna happen. That next day she was rolling out and had a place. Everything. Where just what, 48 hours before that, she didn't know what she was gonna do.
Yep. Just like that.
That's how it works when you move out your own way and you remove these blockages. You don't wallow in the blockages. You don't wallow in the negativity. Yeah, she lost her king man. That's devastating. But her mindset was, he's in a position now to help me better than he could ever help me before. She didn't say he left me. Well, she might have said that at first, but I don't know because I never heard her say it. How about that? But maybe she did have that feeling. But I know one thing, she stood in the fact that he's in a better position to help her more than he's ever helped her before. Am I right?
Yeah. That he's in a better place, even for himself.
Mm-hmm.
The tears are the selfish tears. And they're okay to cry because I miss
Yeah.
him. Loved him like he loved me. That part. But he had
And that's that physical. That's that physical. That's that ego. The flesh is weak. We want the ego, but you loved his spirit. So
his assignment here.
spirit doesn't go nowhere. That's energy.
He was free as a bird. Ain't in
Mm-hmm.
no more. He ain't suffering. He ain't got to wrestle with then and now.
He's pure energy. He can be all places at one time and be nowhere all at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Everything and nothing all at once.
Uh-huh. You guys seen the movie Lucy?
Nah.
Oh, that was one of my favorite movies. With I think Scarlett Johansson and I want to say Samuel L. Jackson, one of the black guys. But anyway, Lucy ended up ingesting this stuff that gave her the God complex, basically. And it's like she could feel everything.
So she's like a
Everything.
superhero Marvel?
More than, it's not Marvel, no.
Okay.
And I don't think, no, it wasn't Marvel, but it's like she could absorb everything. And then when she did dissipate her physical, she starts typing in the computers, I'm here. Because she was energy. It was all pure energy.
Maybe I did see that. The lady, she well, I don't know. I saw something where a lady transferred her mentality, her daughter's mentality to a computer. And the daughter
Oh,
branched out. Yeah. She was trying to save her daughter. Something had happened and she was trying to save her. But she was like,
no, this was, no, this was, she actually went through it and like her body went through like the molecules and everything. It was good, but I don't know. It might be on Netflix. I'm not sure.
okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up. Let's look it up, guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see. I can see it right now. See if it's on Netflix. I'll watch it again tonight. Don't play with me. Ugh.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
I'll watch it again tonight. Let's see. Lucy. I don't think it's on here. Nope. Because
let's
it would
see. Let me see. Where's the other phone? Are we still live?
Yeah, we are. And you know what? I'm going to count off. You guys, thank you for joining us. We love you. Till tomorrow.
Love it, like.
Bye.
Call us now.